Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's designed to bring a little bit of order to all that business chaos. We're diving into a piece of software called TallyPrime.
So if you run a business, I bet this sounds familiar, right? You're juggling your finances, trying to keep track of inventory, and then there's all the tax stuff. It can honestly feel like a full-on battle every single day. It's just a lot, and it's so easy to get overwhelmed.
Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll kick things off by looking at the big challenges businesses are really up against. Then, we'll see how TallyPrime actually solves those problems, getting into its key features and what makes it tick. We'll even check out what makes it different from everything else out there, and finish up with how it can really help you grow. Sound good? Let's jump in.
You know, in the business world today, things move so fast. Just keeping the lights on isn't really the goal, is it? The real challenge, the real game, is about being fast, being accurate with your numbers, and just being super efficient.
And that's the thing, right? These three elements, efficiency, accuracy, and speed, they're not just optional extras anymore. They are absolutely essential if you want to stick around and grow. It's kind of like a three-legged stool. If one of those legs is shaky, the whole thing just wobbles.
So that brings us to TallyPrime. This is where it's supposed to shine. The whole idea is to take you from that chaotic mess of information scattered everywhere to a place where everything is clear, streamlined, and just makes sense. Yeah, this slide really nails it. On the left, you've got the old way, that nightmare of a dozen different spreadsheets, data that doesn't talk to each other. It's just a mess. The TallyPrime way on the right is all about one single, seamless system. It's about getting out of that constant firefighting mode and actually being able to think ahead and plan for growth.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What does TallyPrime actually do? Well, its power really comes from these four main pillars, which are built to tackle the biggest headaches businesses deal with.
First off, they focused on making it super simple to use. The goal is you can just jump in without needing weeks of training. Then you've got the accounting powerhouse. This is the core engine, right? It handles everything from your day-to-day books to tricky stuff like multiple currencies. Next is inventory. This lets you keep tabs on all your stock, even if it's in different warehouses, and you can track specific batches. And last, but definitely not least, is tax compliance. Having GST just built in, that's a huge relief.
All right, let's pop the hood and see what's really driving all this. All those features we just talked about, they're powered by a bunch of core modules that all work together to give you that complete 360-degree view of what's happening in your business.
So you can see here, TallyPrime basically has a dedicated module for every big piece of the puzzle. Accounting, inventory, payroll, taxes, the works. But I really want you to look at those last two. Reporting. That's the magic part that turns a bunch of numbers into information you can actually use. And data management. Think of that as the bedrock. It's handling all the super important stuff like security, backups, and letting you access your data from anywhere.
And speaking of that reporting module, get this, we're talking about over 400. That's right, 400 plus pre-made business reports ready to go right out of the box. I mean, that is a huge head start when it comes to really understanding what's going on in your business.
But look, it's not just about having a ton of reports. The real power is what they let you do. You're getting insights in real time. You can start with a big picture summary and just click your way down to a single tiny transaction. And you can filter everything to see exactly what you need. You know, like, what was our best-selling product last month? Boom, there's the answer. Now you know where to put your marketing dollars.
So, okay, that all sounds pretty great. But what really makes TallyPrime stand out from all the other options? Let's talk about the key things that give it an edge, especially for a business that's trying to grow.
Really, it all comes down to helping you grow. First, it's scalable. That means it works for you when you're just starting out, and it'll still work for you when you're a huge company. It's also super customizable, and we'll get more into that in just a second. It's got great connectivity, so if you have multiple branches, no problem. It plays nice with other software, and maybe most importantly, it's just known for being reliable, fast, and accurate.
So remember I mentioned customization? Well, that's all thanks to something called TDL, Tally Definition Language. The easiest way to think about it is that it's Tally's own special coding language. It lets a business bend the software to its will, basically. You can create custom reports, design unique invoices, you can even change how whole workflows operate to fit exactly how your business runs. For instance, a manufacturer could make an invoice that automatically includes batch numbers and QA codes. For businesses that aren't one-size-fits-all, this is a total game changer.
And all of this really leads us to the final big idea here, and it might be the most important one. The whole point of TallyPrime isn't just for it to be another tool you use. The goal is for it to feel more like a partner, a strategic partner that's actually helping you grow.
I think this quote really sums it up perfectly. It's not just about software. It's about having a powerful partner on your side, helping you on that journey to success. The whole idea is to give you a system that's actively working for you.
So if we boil it all down, what's the real value here? It's these three things. 1. It cleans up your financial operations, which saves you time and stops mistakes. 2. It keeps you compliant, so you're not getting hit with penalties. And 3, and this is the big one, it gives you the solid data you need to make smart, confident decisions about where your business is going.
And so I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Just take a second to picture your own business right now. All the different spreadsheets, the apps that don't talk to each other, the things you have to do by hand. Now, imagine bringing all of that into one single, integrated system. How could that really, truly transform the way you do business?